JetBlue 135, depart Calverton, heading 280, then descend and maintain 9,000.
And good morning. We're at Harrison, Pennsylvania, en route to Atlanta in a Boeing 717-200. We have New York Center controllers on because we're in their airspace for this departure. So
JetBlue 135, New York Center.
I'll be identified as Delta 1235.
JetBlue 135, depart Calverton, 280, then down to 9.
Responding to those call signs.
Thank you, sir. And Delta 1235, fly runway heading Harrisburg, wind is calm, runway 31, clear for takeoff.
Roger, you're clear to go. Runway 31, fly runway heading Delta 1235. New York Center, Delta 1235, passing through 1004, 5000.
1235, radar contact, climb and maintain 8,000.
On up to 8,000, right?
JetBlue 135, descend and maintain 7,000. No, 9 for 7, JetBlue 135. Delta 1235, turn left heading 190.
Left 190, 1235.
Was that for 135? That's correct. Delta 1235, turn left heading 190. JetBlue 135, 190 heading JetBlue. No, disregard JetBlue. Disregard. Delta, that was Delta 1235. Two similar call signs. Delta 1235, turn left heading 190. Climb and maintain flight level 340.
Roger, 190 up to 340 for Delta 1235.
1235, descend and maintain 5,000. Delta 1235, proceed direct Westminster, then on course.
Direct Westminster, then on course. Delta 1235.
Delta 1235, I'm not hearing your readback.
Damn it.
National 605, you are leaving my airspace. Washington Center is offline. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change to Unicom is approved. Have a great day. See you next time.
Hey, over here, Dom. You have a great day yourself. We'll catch you in the next trip through. National 605 today.
1235, direct Westminster, continue on course.
There you go. Thank you. JetBlue 135, descend and maintain 5,000. 745 now, JetBlue 135. Thank you, sir. JetBlue 135, descend and maintain 3,000. Down to 3,000, JetBlue 135. JetBlue 135, turn left, heading 250, join the runway 22 localizer. 250 heading, pick up the localizer, 27 right, 135, Russell. JetBlue 135, 11 miles from Matter. Maintain 3000 until established. Cleared ILS runway 22 right approach. Maintain 3 till established. Clear for the ILS 22 right approach. JetBlue 135, Russell. Delta 1235, leaving my airspace. Washington Center is offline. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change to Unicom. Have a great day. Hope to see you again next time.
Roger, over to Unicom, Delta 1235, and you as well have a great day and a great Memorial Day weekend. And we'll talk to you the next time we're through. Over to Unicom, 1235.
Come on.
Well, we're about 14 minutes into this departure, so I'm going to shut off the camera for a while, and I'll pick it up again when we depart, or when we arrive into Atlanta, which will be, I don't know, maybe an hour from now. So we'll talk to you then. Okay, we're back on again. We're descending to 10,000 feet for our arrival into Atlanta. We're arriving from the east, actually from the north. We'll be landing west on runway 26 right, and we should be turning into that in just not too long from now. We're about, let's see, 7 minutes, maybe 8 minutes out, so shouldn't be very long. See, we got some wind or some clouds to deal with, but according to the weather, that should not be a problem. Most of the clouds are higher, and once we turn inbound to Atlanta and get down below them, it should be clear all the way in. So there's no air traffic controller on in Atlanta right now. So we're turning on the landing lights and we'll be prepared for our arrival into Atlanta momentarily. Reducing our speed to 230, actually 210 knots. That's what normally they reduce to prior to getting into Atlanta. So we'll start our slowing down. And we should be picking up the localizer fairly quickly. Adding a little bit of flaps as we slow down. I'm showing 26 miles from the airport. That's from the airport VOR, which is pretty close to accurate. It's within a couple miles of the actual distance to the runway. It should be Atlanta right there that we're coming into. Let's see if I can zoom it in a little bit. That's the airport over there. And we'll be landing on the runway to the right, most northern runway, which is 26 right, which is the one I'm to the right here. And that's where we'll be coming into. That was kind of a crazy thing, wasn't it? you can see the runway ahead of us. Well, I don't know what that was. That must have zoomed us in and really messed up there. But we're back on track now. We're putting the wheels down, getting ready for landing. We're about 3 minutes out. We're at 3,500 feet. The Atlanta is 1,227 feet in elevation. So in another about 2,000 feet, we should be on the ground. Oh boy, this screen doesn't look very good. But anyway, the runway is in front of us up here. I don't know if this picture is going to come out very well at all. We'll just have to take a look and see. We may have to do some work on the camera. I don't know if we can or not. But anyway, we'll see what's going on. Looking at the screen over here, it's hard to tell whether you can see the airport or not, but it should be coming up here on our straight ahead of us shortly. You should be able to see the runway start to appear in a minute. The minimum landing speed is 132 knots, it says, so we should be landing. Right now we're at about 158 knots. We're gradually slowing down. I will probably touch down at about 150 knots, I hope. And we got off. We're taxiing now to parking. We'll get the brakes down, the flaps back up. And we'll be taxiing into the gate.